Today, I was talking to a very prominent ball player who was inducted into the Hall of Fame. I won't name him. He's a good friend. We were talking today, at least texting back and forth today. And I said, I'd love to have a meal with you sometime, you and your wife, me and my wife. He said, I'd love to, Ravi, let's do it. And out of the blue, he sends me this. And I wrote back and said, wow. He said, you are so welcome for this. I'd asked him to do me a favor. He said, I want you to know this, Ravi, just getting to the Hall of Fame, where 80% or more of the guys think it is heaven and need it for their significance. Thankfully, I know where my significance comes from and what heaven really is like. The greatest of the greats are here, and most of them are empty. Pretty sobering. The greatest of the greats are here, and most of them are empty. It's pretty sobering. This is a Hall of Famer. If I named him, most of you have heard his name. But what I want to say to you is this, that he recognizes in his own heart that being inducted into the Hall of Fame was a noble accomplishment. You play that game competitively, nothing wrong with it, but it's not what they make it out to be. You can have a great ministry and you can be blessed with great colleagues, but that's really not what it's all about. What it's really all about is, what does Jesus think of me? What have I done to make him proud that I am one of his own and delighted to be a follower? And so with all of your seeking and all of your ambition and all of your pursuits, draw the lines in the right places, the line of resistance, the line of dependence, and the line of confidence. And your private life is where these lines are really drawn. Those of you who see me in public have no idea what I'm like in private. God does. God does. And I encourage you today to make that commitment and say, I'm going to be the man in private that will one day receive the divine accolade, well done, thou good and faithful servant. When I get a little text message like that, I get all teary. Here's a muscle-bound guy. The accolades of the world are his. The millions are his. And he says it's empty. What really matters is what God thinks of me and my relationship with God. Oh, that all of us might be like that. So here's what I'm going to ask you to do. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to prayerfully consider this. Many of you have made a commitment, but as one who has lived and had my being for nearly 50 years in apologetics and evangelism, I would love for the opportunity to pray for you and see a demonstration made right here tonight so that the world might know a large number of you stepped out to make that commitment, to say, Lord Jesus, take me and use me where you want me. If you have never committed your life to him, tonight's the night to do it. If you have, tonight's the night to come and say, nothing in my hands I bring, simply to thy cross I cling. I am totally surrendered to you and your service. So please stand with me. And as the instrumentalist plays, if that's your commitment tonight, just step out and come to the front. I would love to pray for you. Make this the moment that you are really surrendering to God. Do that. Please do. Think it through carefully, what this may mean for you. Please come.